Alright guys, back in another video, and this time we're going to be going through with a different type of video. I've done something like this in the past where I would build a deck from scratch in front of you, but a lot of you guys haven't seen that video, and I think this leader is pretty interesting to do this with, especially since you can go so many routes with it. Now first off, I'm gonna do more than one of these videos with this leader because it's so diverse, and if you guys are interested in this video and would like me to continue doing this type of video, please like this video. If we can get a good enough of likes and a good enough comments below, and you guys actually enjoy it, then I'll continue to do videos like this. But we're going to be using the new Vegeta leader from the draft box. You know what he does? Here's what he does. He's treated as red, green, and yellow, and on the bottom right corner you see that's blue. So he's treated as all four colors other than black, which is not really that relevant unless you're going to use Power Burst that bad. But he is critical, and if your opponent's leader is awakened or flipped over, he's 15k no matter what. Bad thing about the leader is, we're going to do it, he doesn't draw cards on the front side, but he just draws 2 when he awakens, which is a downside and a good side. So at least it can manipulate card advantage in hand, which is interesting. Now, when he flips over, he's just treated as red, green, yellow, just like on the front side, but he doesn't do anything special besides draw a card. So on his front side, you're not losing too much when you're not awakened, but when you're not awakened, you're not getting card advantage. So that's a thing you have to start learning how to balance. So we already chose him here. As you see, this is Vegeta. We're going to go into colors. For this first video, I'm going to go with red. Now, you can go with a combination of colors, and that's one thing that I might show next is dual colors for this leader. But I feel like this leader is a very strong candidate for a red leader, for a mono red specifically. But cool thing is you can take cards that say your leader has to be a certain color card. So this is where we have to come into a stump. Do we take in a few cards to make it to where we can play those other cards, or you can just use the spark negates? That's where it becomes an issue. So we're gonna go ahead and get into the video. So we're going to battle cards, and this is shamronslayer.com. You have to click, if you want a specific thing, you have to click on it and then get rid of the other ones. So we're in battle cards. So we have to figure out what strategy we want to make work with this leader best. Now, first of all, like I said, in the front side of the leader, you do not draw cards. What does that mean exactly? Your hand will be low if you play cards that do not give you value back. Also, a downside about this leader is, and we're going to try to mitigate that by playing red. Tien and Haru Haru are very powerful cards against this leader. If you're playing blue, or if you're just playing and you just want to worry about pressure. So Haru Haru is good against decks that don't play beam, and Tien is good against cards that do play beam. So what do? We go red. This is why I chose red for the first video. Your leader's not a human, or so an Earthling. So this is the same thing, but there's different texts. Earthling, human, same thing. So you can't use this card, but you can use almost every other good card unless it requires a Shenron leader or a specific type of leader. It is a Saiyan, so you have to think about that. So first off, we're going to be looking at card choices. We're a one drop. So you got this guy. Raditz is the Borges clone. I call them the Borges clones. So no untap for my opponent and mitigates card advantage. So we're not going to put a number of cards yet for each card. We're just going to put a card that could potentially be played, and we're going to change the ratios as we go. Dependable Mom Bomb is an option. It's a good card. I do love this card. I have some foils. May put this deck together in real life and try it. Anticipating Power Trunks is a good card if you're playing red, especially for Chain Attack Trunks, so that's a good option. We're going to go through here. If we end up going the GT route, we'll go Pint Size. Sankaba is an amazing card for aggro or any aggressive deck. This is the original art if you guys don't know this new art. Cool thing about this thing is easy to go through and sort. Double Strike is good for our leader, has critical in the front. So we may go in the East Kai or Choppa, whichever you prefer. I'm just going to put East Kai for there because it doesn't matter specifically which one you pick. You could even go a U6 package, but I don't think that is very optimal for this type of leader. But we're going to go into detail more of that later. Trunks Delusion Powers are pretty decent cards. So if you're playing a mono red deck and you need a more combo 10Ks, and it helps you play defense on your battle cards, it keeps them alive, you might try that card. It's pretty decent. And it's also a GT Trunks, which is something to note. Keep going on. We may go with a vanilla package. I'm not sure which one's worth it right now, or if it's worth it at all. So just for that, I don't know if I'll play the new Vegeta and Batama in that spot, just in case we want to go with that overrun package. So super combos. This is an interesting one as well. We could go with if you play Familiar Bonds, is one of the reasons why we chose this. Chose red. You'd want the super combo that fits best with the leader. So Go 10 probably works the best because it's the same. Let's see where you go. So I got to play one. I'm already assuming that we're playing 4 of it, so I'm going to put 4. It's an easy way to round that about. So going on down, you could go red green, and it gives you access to the good defensive arrival cards, and it also gives you access to bigger cards, just cards that allow you to pressure early on. Now this is something we could take. So if we're going red-green, we have an option here in Broly, but we do need to think about some of these other things. Now this is a good card because the leader is red and it's the same, so this is how will help you in the game. So I might take it. Now the one reason why I keep saying card advantage is low, Burst Attack Gohan and a few other of these Gohan cards, or just cards that require your leader to have low cards in hand, are pretty good in this leader. So Burst Attack is a strong card. So I'm going to go ahead and say we're playing at least 3 copies of Burst Attack. It is one of the best cards for a deck like this. If we're going GT, I'm not sure yet. We'll play one combination of Attack Pan. This card is pretty strong. I'm not sure if I want to play it, but it's a blocker, 15k, and yeah, it's 20k, and whenever switch card, it's an auto, and then if your turn, switch this card to active mode and gains 5,000 power. So it's a 20k blocker for 3, and it can attack. So this is also just a decent card in general. Attacker that can block. It's pretty strong. Moganin, the Savage Strongman. These cards, these underling cards, are pretty strong, but I'm not sure if they work best with this leader. If we play dual colors, we will come back and add in these, but we're not there yet. So I'm gonna remember the counterplay cards can be played in this deck if you play dual color. Digging Deep Vegeta, obvious choice if you're playing a Familiar Bonds kind of deck. We haven't got there yet, but Bodyguard Allergic is a good card, so I'm gonna go ahead and include that here. Fearless Pan's really good with Familiar Bonds and your obvious Double Strike Crit Leader. Double Shot Vegeta is an option. I love this card. So, and all these cards in this format, they help you pressure early on, and keep your leader at above Awakened, and put your body on board. So, and if you want to keep your hand low and keep bring back that card advantage, I probably may want to bring. So we're gonna play at least 3 Digging Deeps, at least 3 bursts, but I'm leaning towards 4 for the specific leader because it's crit and it draws you cards back in your hand. So I think we're gonna go the route that makes most sense to me, to where you are trying to pressure early and have access to a consistent turn-by-turn play basis, going second or first. This card is pretty powerful, so I'm going to take it in here. It's a 2 of. This card is a new Majin Buu. If you know what it does, when you play this card, choose one red battle card with energy cost 3 or less in your drop area and play it. So it's basically like a Familiar Bonds, but it doesn't have to be a Saiyan, so that's something interesting to note. The Stopo helps you stay alive, so if we're playing red, we're playing this card, and we need at least 2 copies. Chain Attack Trunks, I don't know how I passed by it. If we're going to play this, we're going to play at least 4 copies, because why not? I normally would just try not to add in all these copies at first, but some of them are just obvious that you know enough that where you can just go ahead and slap in 4. But if you end up taking it out at all, you probably just want to take it out in general, or 1 copy. So that card could go back down to 3 potentially. The Super Saiyan 3 Nappa, Saiyan Mike. Cool thing about this, you do have the ability to play this card from your hand and choose a card from your opponent's life and place it in drop area, so it can help you in the game. But I'm not sure if it's really necessary. So this is a one-off, maybe. So come back to the dual color cards. We could take in these. But I'm thinking for this first build, we're just going to go mono red with a few techs, in my opinion, that will make the deck a little more solid against the format. See, now this card is pretty decent. I'm going to take 2 of them, potentially. And if we do end up doing that package, we would do that. But from what I'm getting in my head when I'm building this deck, I don't see myself getting the ability to charge 4 or 5 energies. So I don't see myself playing this, but this is a different story. This card is super powerful. You can play for 1 energy, and your leader's red, so they can't negate it. So I might try to fit those in. So where's my guy? My guy they evolve on top of. Oh, there he is. Want to mage splash in that engine? I like Legic a lot. 3 pan. I like a lot of 3-ofs in decks like this. So 3. A lot of once you start putting 3-ofs in a deck, you get to see them a lot more often. I don't think I'm gonna play this card. It's pretty strong. This one, on the other hand, I think we have to play at least 3 when you're playing that card. This is a 1-of tech, in my opinion, or 1 or 2 max. Let's put 2 for here right now, and then just in case we go back. So from scratch, we haven't even put negates in or anything yet. I'm putting a ratio of battle cards that are potentially strong. Since you're playing Gohan, I could take in these in the side. So, and this card I'm still not sure about, but it's pretty strong. Not sure if we're gonna have room for this. You don't really want it either. You don't want to tap 1 for it. We're gonna play Intensifying Power Trunks at 4. It's crit. So we're gonna a lot of crit. So we're gonna go to the deck here side. We already got 55 cards. I'm gonna go down and trim it down now. So no pint size. It doesn't look like triple flash. I mean, I guess if we can keep the dependable moms on the board. Don't think we need Raditz at all. So, and then the other what's it called? That's the not Topo. What's his name? No dual colors. Let's see what else we got here. Are we gonna have the energy to play Topo? No vanilla package. No. Oh no, we keep that. No Kale. Deluge of Power is a decent card. Super Saiyan 3 Nappa? No. We might throw in some Overwhelm here so we can't play Nappa. Don't know why it's... Yeah, there it goes. It's gone. And if we're going to... So we're already a good number of cards. Do we want to just not play anything that gives them card right now? But I think Saiyan Kaba's a pretty decent option. But I don't want to make myself super weak to cards that... stop 1-drops from attacking, so we might just cut Kaba. Let's see. Pan 3. We haven't even got the Familiar Bonds yet. Bulma's a good card, but I'm not sure if it's necessary. Let's see, does Bulma hit the leader? Nope, it doesn't touch the leader, so it's not as good in this deck. Deluge of Power. If your battle card in battle is red, so that's a decent card. Majin Buu is really good off chain attack, so we're gonna try to stay in that route. Do we have the consistency to make our guy strong enough to make it where he can't be attacked? I mean, cannot. His attack can't be negated. Probably not. Because he does need to get boosted twice, and that's not always guaranteed. So we're gonna go cut that package, and we'll have room for more tech. Let's see. So we got, look how much room we have. We just cut 17 cards, and we knocked it down quite a notch. But we do have room to take in some more cards. So I think we can bump up Trunks' Deluge of Power to 3. It's a pretty good defensive card. Because they're not going after your leader much, so why not try to protect their battle cards easily? It's like Cabba's Awakening, but better, because it's also a battle card. But not exactly better. I don't know how to explain. It's 10,000 power is obviously better, but Cabba's Awakening works on your leader too, so that's the only issue. So, everything we've weighed so far, do we have anything else we probably should bump up? We may bump up Hidden Power Supreme Kai, but I'm not sure if it's really necessary. Maybe just go ahead and think about 2. So we've got room for 10 cards. So cool. This leader can play a lot of different extra cards. But first we're going to go ahead and put the obvious, in my opinion. Is that all you got? Because your leader is red. So you got you got red energy, you need a red negate. So we got, is that all you got? I'm going to take in 1 copy in the main. Okay, so. And then we're going to take in 2 after image. The cool thing about this leader is you can play any sparking leader. And I feel like the ability to play any sparking thing at any point in time is pretty powerful. Now, you won't be able to use Dimension Magic. So we're going to go with in my opinion, the best. I'm trying to think if I should really do that. That's actually really hard to think. Should we really go with a guaranteed... This is a decent card too to play in this kind of deck, so I might take him 1. Play M2. And might go back and put in a few Cabbas, because we might not go over them, but we could go in over them. So, a lot of choices. Now I go drop. I wish this card was a little better. I wish it didn't cost 2. I wish it was just like basically a red beam. We're going to go with 4 copies of Million Bonds. We do want to see this card ASAP. We got Denied Hope because we have access to the red counterplay. If you really think it would be beneficial in certain matchups. So where are we at in card wise? 51. It's so easy to not realize you put in cards. So we're at 50 cards right now. So we have mono red. Now, I guess the best way, after really thinking about it, we're probably better off just leaving this deck just as it is. Now, probably wondering, you didn't take in any cards that aren't related to red. Well, the main thing I can think about this leader is basically a red leader in this variant. We're gonna stray away from this. Now, we're gonna save this deck, and we can obviously make choices after testing to make the deck better. We can go with, I'm trying to think, I can include some Sega Kawas if I really wanted to as another early attacker, or another attacker that can help me end the game. But I think this Trunks it's just creating your leader's crit is better, just the way the deck's built. I could include 1 Planet M2 as removal, or I can cut one of these because most likely you're not gonna have energy open a lot, unless you want to play Denial of Hope. So we have Fearless Panda do double strikes. So we're gonna go save here, and we're gonna look at the deck. Can I build? I'm not actually sure how to build a side deck. Oh, never mind. Here, so can we make a side deck? So one thing that I want to note, I really had to think about this later. The extra cards are the main thing you can take in the side. So we're gonna take in 2 of these in your side. It's a pretty good card. Wow, some more red cards. Gallic Cannon in the side. Now these are all red for the specific red leader, right? So we're going to look through the red ones first before we make another choice. This is a cool card we could take if we were playing the GT package. So if you want to go to GT, you can most definitely try Grand Tour Spaceship to make the deck a little different. So if we want to go with Grand Tour Spaceship deck, we can obviously do that. And I think it's pretty spicy. So we might try, you can, just say you can do that. If you feel like that's a really good option, play it. And then we decide M2. Form removal early on and get some decks. Now, I want to say this. You can play all these yellow negates. You can play any of them that basically don't require a specific type of leader other than it being yellow. So I would side deck a couple of time magics. A couple of Nimbus to make it to where you can play those on the side. And then, because you want to have enough room to where you side it in, you can actually play the card. So 2 Nimbus, 2 time magic. And you don't want to like put too many extra cards, but it's pretty neat that you can. I'm trying to think of anything else. Now, I don't know if this is perfect as it is, but you can also side in a blue package if you really want to. But the main issue is, are you going to have the blue energy to do it? But I think this is just better in an actual blue deck, so probably not the best option. So there's no real, Dimension Magic doesn't really work. Look at the green. You could seriously side in some of the green cards. Now, Shocking Death Ball is a very powerful card against decks that really need to keep little guys on the board. So I could side in a playset of Shocking Death Ball. Trying to think if there's really anything else. You already have the best counterplay when you're playing a red deck in Denial of Hope and having the energy all red. It makes it a lot easier. So, boom. Oh, 2 more cards, sorry. Look at the main deck. And then, obviously, you can side in black cards. But I'm not sure if any of these are perfect for the deck. TN's probably the best. Unless a battle card not there. It's probably the best card you can put in. Hand restriction, anti-hand restriction may be an option on your side too. And Crisis Crusher are decent, but you got playing M2, so in this version specifically. And you could even play this card as an extra crit. There's a lot of options with leader. That's why I thought a lot of you guys would like this type of video. This is the red version specifically, and I've been having in my head how to play it lately, and I just wanted to show you guys that you can build these decks a lot of ways. So don't give up if you feel like you really want to play a specific. If you want to play this leader, you can play it. You just have to really, really take the time and get in the nitty gritty. So we got 15 cards inside them. I think this is a pretty good side deck. Now I'm not sure if the Nimbus probably isn't worth. The more I think about it, probably just play 3 time magic and 3 10 charm. This is mainly for the Shimmer decks. I want to give things triple attack, so it's mainly what it is. You just sparking. You're not gonna be overwhelmed, so it'll always be live whenever they get to that point. Because you're early on, you realize you need to attack and take life and attack. So if you guys liked the video, I'm gonna see if I can pull it back up for you guys. Boom. I hope you guys enjoyed this type of video, and please like this video if you like it, and maybe I might show you guys this deck next. I do have physical cards and all that snaz, but I'm working on it in person just to show you a build that I feel like would be pretty strong. I'm not exactly sure if this deck is the way I want it yet, so I don't want to show it to you, but it is a pretty strong deck with the inclusion of the new Jiren card. So if you guys would like to see that, please comment below. Our team's been working on one, but I'm not sure if their build is exactly like this, but I'm working on it myself. But I appreciate you guys watching once again, and I'll see you guys in the next video.